Um, Hi, I'm in Tongcheng now, and I just met a person in the line going to the Hong Kong International Airport, and I asked him if he'd be nice enough to talk to me a little bit about uh, the sit-in or the demonstration, and let me know what they're doing and just general information like that. So my name is Stephen.
I'm Dennis. Yeah,
Nice to meet you, Dennis.
nice to meet you.
Um, So, yeah, I've been following this like most people, so I'm aware of more or less general concerns. And yesterday I was at the airport and a young lady talked to me a bit about your grievances and so on. But I just wanted to get a little more detail from other people to see if you, if your organization or if the spontaneous grassroots group of people have any like long-term agenda or ideas about what they might do if they can get their demands met, and how that'll improve life in Hong Kong and so on. And do you think it'll have a big impact in the future?
I'm actually born in 1916 to 97. It's same as the year of how long Hong Kong has been returned to China. So I'm just 22 this year. Also, we have been doing any actions for fighting our democracy in these 22 years. So a lot of actions we've been taken, and we've had parade, we have protests, we have different kinds of things that we can do. We almost has done all of them. So there's, as you can see, the situation of police brutality is getting worse than days before, or maybe the months before. So we can't really think of anything else we can do. We just stand out and speak for ourselves in order to prevent any more unnecessary sacrifices. Like yesterday, a first aider had her eye permanently damaged. So like these situations, no one would like to see that happen, but what we can do is just stand out and just represent each one of us in this style, in this demonstrations.
The police thing and the thugs coming around and beating people up. That's easy to understand why people would be angry and frustrated and about that and want to do something. In general, what do you think people of your generation think democracy would mean in Hong Kong?
Democracy is just the last bit of everyone's dignity. It represents each our decision. We as an autonomy of oneself. If we don't have a choice to choose what we want, what we would like to do, what we would like to have in this society, then where's our dignity? Where's our freedom to do whatever we can, whatever... that things can protect us from being hurt. So that's just what I'm thinking about in these 22 years, what I've been learned from our lessons, from liberal studies, from this educational system.
So you guys vote for certain people here, right? Representatives and so on, local representatives or whatever. I'm not really very familiar with the Hong Kong voting system. I've never voted here, but...
So for the CE, there's just a committee.
Chief executive,
yeah,
right?
The chief executive only has 1,200 people that's having the power to choose who is the candidate for Hong Kong.
Does that include any oligarchs or business leaders in Hong Kong?
Those representatives that has, they have the power to choose who they want, but not from citizens' preferences.
And who chooses those people who have the power to choose the chief executive?
Yeah, and also logical, we have another group of people that is represented by the business sector, some sectors that general citizens cannot be involved and they cannot vote for who they want in that sector. So that sector also holds a lot of power to vote, to veto emotion in the logical. So a lot of times people don't really have a choice to choose who they want to represent them with. So I don't see any kind of real democracy in Hong Kong.
Do you guys ever speak with other organizations or just think about the world in general and how you want to see this region of the world change moving forward?
I guess there's a lot of NGOs in Hong Kong, but at this situation now, we prioritize our movements, our demands over other topics such as environmental protection, people's public health, other issues that maybe concerned us in future time. But we do have different NGOs in Hong Kong that's doing things like that, like WWF, like different kinds of organizations. So in order to do have some sort of solidarity with the international platform, we have to make sure every one of us is having a good human being, is doing themselves well. Like, we have serious poverty problem in Hong Kong. We have different people that's suffering in this movement. We need to deal with that first. But these agenda, they're on our list. But just we need to have more time to figure it out and connect with the world more.
How optimistic are you that these events that we're having nowadays is going to help achieve your demands and make things better in Hong Kong? Are you optimistic or?
I'm neither optimistic nor pessimistic, because a lot of different factors is appearing day after day. It's like next year is the U.S. presidency's election, and we have logical election next year, and we don't know what will happen. And this year is also the 70th anniversary of this country. So really, there's a lot of big events happening. So we don't know. We can just do what we can and stay normal. Just stay alert with everything.
Yeah, one fight at a time, right?
Yeah.
Well, at least I gotta say, everybody's sincere and enthusiastic, and my heart goes out to everyone. I wish you all luck. I hope things get better, and I hope that they allow you more agency and a bigger voice in Hong Kong, so that you can feel like you have some self-determination.
Absolutely.
Here. Yeah. I guess that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Thanks
you
so much for talking with me. Appreciate it. Can you tell me a story about what's going on here today?
Here's this actually what we are doing is for fighting us for our own freedoms as a Hong Kong citizens. Actually, China's people is getting part of way back to Hong Kong, carrying us back into a cave. We want to fight back our freedoms to going out, because education is power. What we know, we have to go out furthermore to give us our own futures. A new generation as us, we are going to talking to more and build up more a beautiful Hong Kong to others. We are not blind, and we have to see the truth sending out to others. As we all know what we have gone through in those events, this is the list. This one is talking about for what we do is a parade stuff, talking about fighting for freedoms. But what we have getting back is our government still don't understand. As our president Carrie Lam, she didn't understand and she didn't want to listen to what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. Actually, what we want is just getting back for the laws against things back to us. Mm-hmm. What we want is getting back to our freedoms, to have a talk, to have a face to others and others. letting more countries to know about what Hong Kong is beautiful as much as possible. Now, it's like we have to build up for our developing countries, and we have to build up more for our beautiful places to others, and we have to showcase as Hong Kong powers. We are not giving like a police with gangster mixed us together to hitting our own citizens. That's the why we are standing out our ways to give awards to others and standing out fights with others together for protecting our own citizens. So for the past few months, what we do is here, and we have already for like teenage. People said that we collected monies for like older these peoples for coming out to stand a fight. No, this is wrong. This is not a fact because like no one will want to like pay the money to coming out eating tear gas, spreading it out, and we're suspending our life. We also will get like caught by police. This is destroying our own futures. Why we're still doing this is because we want freedoms. No one can control us actually. Like laws is important, but most is freedoms. Like too much of things, it don't help. But first, like if you won't have freedoms, you just underscore in age. It's nothing helpful useful in the developing futures. If you hope to get like better things, you have to fight for yourself. That's the point what we're talking about. And the point is like for like every kids we go school. After a summer vacation, who don't want to stay at homes, kept watching TVs, enjoy with your family's times? But why we're coming out for have a free like tear gas traveling tours? Because we want to go, like tell more people to come about that. Sorry for like making others people countries delays, or like as a foreigners you guys come to travel and we didn't show you what Hong Kong a beautiful face is. But truth is now it's have a revolution over here. We want you guys to know about more of things of his, and also the police, like which is not helping people. Which now, like past few years ago, Royal Police is like having a good name outside different countries, but now no, because they connected with gangsters. They're hurting their own country's people. It's not a good thing. Like like other countries, they also did the same things. But what? People stand out. We want to have a good result. We want like what really people know what we are doing. That's the why we're giving us like doing some about these things. We're giving attraction to you guys. Thank you for supporting us and giving us a little talk to you guys.
Thanks for
Thank you so
talking.
much. And last
Boys.
but